All right, number 11 on the QR code review is asking us to solve the rational exponent. X plus 2 to the 2/3 is equal to 9. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to undo raising something to the 2/3 by raising it to the 3/2. So we're going to raise both sides to the 3/2 power. That's because when I raise a power to a power, I multiply them, and that equals 1. So 2/3 times 3/2 is 1. So on the left-hand side, I just get x plus 2. On the right-hand side, I have 9 to the 3/2. So let me write that out for you. 9 to the 3/2. Now, in case you forgot how to do this, this is the same thing as 9 to the 1/2 all to the 3rd power. 9 to the 1/2 to the 3rd. 3/2, when you raise a power to a power, you multiply. Now 9 to the 1/2, that's the same thing as the square root of 9. That's the same thing as the square root of 9. So that number is 3. So really, this is just 3 cubed. So now I'm going to have x plus 2 is equal to 3 cubed. And that's how I got that stuff over here. So x plus 2 is equal to, when I take the square root of 9 over here, right, this is actually plus or minus 3 all cubed. Sorry if I put that in there. So if I take the positive 3 cubed, I would get 27. And of course, if I took the negative 3 of cubed, I would get negative 27. Negative 3 all cubed, I would get negative 27. So I get plus or minus 27 over on this side. So then I'm going to subtract 2 from both sides. So x is going to equal negative 2 plus or minus 27. So that means I have 2 answers here. If I do negative 2 minus 27, I would get negative 29. And if I did negative 2 plus 27, I would get 25, right? And I'm going to go ahead and check both of these to make sure that these both work. So let me draw it out for you. So these are my 2 answers here. I'm going to check and see if they both work, okay? So if I do negative 29 plus 2, and I raise it to the 2/3, negative 29 plus 2 is negative 27. This is all raised to the 2/3 power. That's the same thing as negative 27 to the 1/3, all quantity squared. This is the cube root of negative 27 is negative 3. And negative 3 squared, of course, gives me back 9. Any number I squared gives me back 9. So that checks out. So negative 29 checks out. Let's do 25. What's 25 plus 2 all to the 2/3? Well, that's just 27 to the 2/3. That's 27 to the 1/3 all squared. That is 3 squared, and that is also 9. So 25 also checks out. So kind of a lot to do on that problem, but the process is still the same.